How's it going, everybody? SESvince here, and we're going to be talking about this Sunday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and what looks to be a very interesting card from top to bottom if you really look at it. And with 2 weeks to build, I feel like SmackDown Live did a really good job in making an interesting and watchable pay-per-view for this Sunday on the WWE Network. Why don't we get started with what looks to be one of the pre-show matches on the card, which got announced on Tuesday. Dolph Ziggler is going to be taking on the team of Apollo Crews and Kalisto in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, we don't know if the guys are going to need to tag them out, but I would assume so, just to make the contest a little bit more fair, as fair as you can get in a handicap match. Now, this was a toss-up just because you have the team of young up-and-coming stars of Apollo Crews and Kalisto, who really should win, and given their talent, they should be able to take on Dolph Ziggler 2-on-1. But on the other hand, you have Dolph Ziggler, who has lost consistently, and when he sometimes wins and he sometimes loses, and when he loses, he beats people up with chairs. Now, this could go either one of two ways. Either Dolph Ziggler loses again and beats both of them up, or Dolph Ziggler wins by cheating, and maybe they can go with that. I'm gonna go and say that Dolph Ziggler gets this win by cheating, but we'll see. The first of three women's matches will have Nikki taking on Natalya this Sunday at what looks to be another kickoff match. As much as I would like for this match to be on the main card with the other two women's matches, I don't think it's going to happen this Sunday. Just because their story hasn't really been that good. I mean, the build-up started off kind of interesting and intriguing for me, and then it kind of spiraled into like confusion, and then now it's just total mess. This past Tuesday on SmackDown Live, their interview segment really didn't do anything to help get me motivated and intrigued into their match. The little altercation on Talking Smack did a lot more for me than the interview did. They probably should have just left it off at that. Just because of that, I feel like Nikki Bella's gonna take the win on Sunday. I mean, you could see you can give a good solid argument for Natalya walking away with the victory too, but I feel like because Nikki Bella got attacked on Tuesday, on Talking Smack, I feel like she's gonna walk away with the victory on Sunday. Next up, we have Becky Lynch taking on Mickie James, and honestly, this is the women's match out of all three that I'm most looking forward to, just because Mickie James is one of those women that I watched growing up with WWE back in the early 2000s. Becky Lynch is one of my current favorite women on WWE, and watching them clash is kind of like those kind of matches that you only really see in a WWE video game. It's kind of nice to see her back in WWE and just injecting some more life and intrigue into the SmackDown Women's division. As pertains to a winner here, I'm gonna go with Mickie James, just because she just recently debuted. She shouldn't really take a loss, or at least a clean loss to anyone right now, just to establish her in the eyes of like the casual fan, because there's a lot of people that never seen Mickie James wrestle. I mean, I know she can go toe to toe with the best because she beat Lita, she beat Trish Stratus, two of the greatest women's wrestlers in history. But some people may not have seen her and may not know her work. I also followed her in TNA and others didn't. I feel like she should get the win here. And Becky Lynch, I feel like, is the female equivalent to Sami Zayn, a person that can lose and the fans will still root for and cheer for them to like overcome the adversity. I feel like this is going to be a long-term story leading into WrestleMania. Hopefully it continues to WrestleMania and it doesn't just get bumped up to like the kickoff show there, or at Elimination Chamber for that matter. I really want to see this play out, and knowing SmackDown Live, they'll probably do this storyline justice. Becky Lynch is going to take the L on Sunday, but she's going to win the feud long term. Luke Harper challenged Randy Orton to a match this Sunday at Elimination Chamber, and Randy Orton accepted. These two guys are solid, phenomenal workers, and they should put on a pretty decent, solid match. It should go about like 8 to 10 minutes, nothing too crazy. But let's be honest here, guys. This is really just something for Randy Orton to do at the pay-per-view, considering he won the Royal Rumble 2 weeks ago, and he really shouldn't just like not be used on the card. So it's something for him to do, and it helps further the Wyatt family implosion storyline. And with Eric Rowan coming back pretty soon, That should be very interesting and intriguing heading into WrestleMania and to see where the storyline plays out. But I have Randy Orton getting the win here. You can't have your Royal Rumble winner just take a L to Luke Harper. As much as I like Luke Harper, I see him losing this Sunday. Next up, we have the mess that is the Tag Team Turmoil match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, it looks like this is just going to be a standard gauntlet match where two teams start off, and then once one team gets eliminated, the following team enters the match. It's relatively simple if you just break it down like that. I have American Alpha winning. There's no reason why they should lose this match. I feel like if this match leads to a tag team version of John Cena's US Open Challenge, where the American Alphas come out and they challenge tag team after tag team week after week, I am all for that, because you could start off next SmackDown once American Alpha retain the titles. Ascension could come out and challenge for the tag team titles. Then the following week, the Usos come out, or then Breezango comes out, and then you have championship matches leading up to WrestleMania, and that's how you slowly build up the tag team division on SmackDown. Have every single tag team show why they're there, show their like big spots, like highlight Breezango, highlight Vaudevillains, highlight Ascension, which are three tag teams which are really good, but have yet to have success on the main roster. Both Ascension and Vaudevillains are former NXT champions, and Breezango are two solid wrestlers. At least Tyler Breeze is. And honestly, I feel like the tag team division doesn't get as much love as it should, both on Raw and on SmackDown. But like I said, I have American Alpha going over, and hopefully, this is just a big what if. Maybe there's a unannounced team, or maybe one of these teams get attacked backstage and get replaced with someone else, and the Revival come out. That would be amazing, but that's a long shot. That's a Hail Mary pass for a touchdown. I doubt it'll happen. It would be very cool if it happens. Also, you can also incorporate the Revival onto SmackDown when they do this open challenge. If they so choose to go that path, they can do an open challenge with the American Alphas, and then Revival come out and take the titles from them. Maybe at WrestleMania. That would be dope. I would so totally enjoy that, and I hope that happens. But I'm looking forward to this match nonetheless. The final of 3 women's matches this Sunday at Elimination Chamber will see the Women's Championship be defended as current champion Alexa Bliss defends against her challenger Naomi. And Naomi has earned her number 1 contendership. She's beaten Alexa Bliss twice in the middle of that ring. She's earned it. There's no getting around that. But if I'm being honest here, and I don't want to sound like a Naomi hater, because I do love Naomi, but I don't feel like she's a credible threat to Alexa Bliss and that women's championship. It feels more like she was just thrown into this match just so Alexa has someone to face at the Chamber, someone new for Alexa Bliss to beat for the women's championship match, in a women's championship match, I should say. And as much as I like Naomi, her character just doesn't resonate with me. I just immediately get turned off whenever I see her coming down to the ring, just because I feel like her entrance is just a little bit too extra, and her whole glow gimmick is just not doing it for me at the moment. It just feels, like I said, a little bit too much, because at every single match, whether it be a SmackDown, it be a pre-show match, she's coming out with that entrance. At the women's dual contract signing, she came out to that entrance for no reason whatsoever. Mickie James came out in regular clothes. Alexa and Becky Lynch came out in regular clothes. Like, why did Naomi have to come out in neon glowing singlets? Why? Why? It makes no sense. It's like little things like that that really grind my gears with the whole Naomi character at the moment, and just really turn me off, like I said. And which is a shame, because I really do love Naomi. I felt like her best work was when she was a heel, and she was part of Team Bad with Tamina and Sasha, and it was just great, because that felt real to me. That felt more like Naomi. Like, if you mess with Naomi, she's gonna mess you up. You get me? But right now it just feels like she's just like that smiling character that no one really wants to cheer for, even though we're supposed to. The best comparison would be comparing it to the first incarnation of the New Day. They were supposed to be baby faces. They were supposed to get cheered, but everyone hated them and booed them. Obviously, Naomi is not at that level, but that's mostly because people generally like Naomi and want to see her succeed just because she's been with the WWE for a very long time now. And I do so as well. But I just don't feel like this Sunday is going to be her time to get the title. I don't even know if she'll even have a championship match at WrestleMania. That's how little she is in the totem pole. We don't know what the women's are going to do at WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss is obviously going to be included. Most likely Becky Lynch and Mickie James. Maybe they do some sort of fatal four-way match, you know, just like the Raw women are going to do. But all I know is that Naomi is probably not going to figure into their WrestleMania plans, which sucks. With that said, I have Alexa Bliss going over on Sunday. Naomi is gonna still look relatively strong. Maybe she gets screwed over on Sunday. I don't know, but Alexa Bliss is still gonna be your women's champion at the end of the night. And finally, we have the Elimination Chamber match itself. Current champion, 16-time world champion John Cena will defend his title against the Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, The Miz, Bray Wyatt, and AJ Styles. And the last two guys that I mentioned, AJ Styles and Bray Wyatt, are my favorites to walk away as WWE champion at the Elimination Chamber. WWE can go one of two ways heading into WrestleMania. You've already put yourself into somewhat of a corner with Randy Orton winning the Rumble, and the reports are that it's supposed to lead to a Randy Orton Bray Wyatt program for the WWE title, with Wyatt winning the title at the Chamber match this Sunday. Now, that's going to be cool. That would be interesting, especially since, like I said, Eric Rowan's supposed to be coming back anytime soon, and that will lead into some sort of interesting Wyatt family implosion. And I, for one, as a Bray Wyatt fan, would love to see him as a champion. I feel like SmackDown's the type of show that would put the title on a young guy like Bray Wyatt and let him run with it, let him sink or swim. And I don't think Bray Wyatt's going to sink anytime soon. And him facing off against Randy Orton would be good for him because it gives him another high profile match at a big time pay-per-view, and hopefully he goes over because Bray Wyatt needs the wins. It'd be ridiculous to see Bray Wyatt win the title at the Chamber just for him to lose the title to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Hopefully, if Bray Wyatt wins the title at the Chamber, he doesn't drop it to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. The backup plan, and this is just me being an AJ Styles fan, is have him win back the title. Obviously, I don't see John Cena walking away retaining his championship, and which is kind of dumb. I really don't like the fact that they booked John Cena to win his 16th WWE title at Royal Rumble just to have him lose 2 weeks later. Like, they didn't even make a big deal about it. That's supposed to be a huge deal. Have him tie Ric Flair's record. They didn't even make a big deal about it. That's what sucks about it. And AJ Styles lost, which he probably should have won. He's the mainstay of SmackDown Live. He's held onto that title and made it mean something since John Cena's left. I would love to see him regain the title and have his dream match against Randy Orton, which he stated multiple times that that's what he wants to have. He would love to face Randy Orton, and there were some reports earlier in later down in 2016 that stated that Randy Orton versus AJ Styles was going to be a title program, and they obviously changed course a little bit, but they could still go and do that if that's what they want to choose, and then have Bray Wyatt be crowned WWE champion later down the line. Or, like I said, Bray Wyatt, as you see on the screen, could walk away with the WWE Championship. Either of those options are nice for me. I don't see John Cena keeping his title. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about the pay-per-view. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on the matches on the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.